Zhang Yi sighed secretly in his heart. This salvo can only be used once, because he did not have time to reload the 500 artillery pieces. However, the effect of this attack has been very impressive. It also verified his suspicion. That is, the objects in his different space are not defined by the rules of drawing the ground as a prison. Baili Changqing and the others watched Zhang Yi put away the 500 artillery pieces. At this time, Baili Changqing finally understood why. Zhang Yi had asked for so many heavy firearms that looked like waste. Yi and others looked at Zhang Yi with admiration in their eyes. As expected of their captain, he thought of a way to crack the opponent's ability so quickly. Canute looked at his men, who had been turned into pieces, and listened to their painful wails. It looked at Zhang Yi with great anger. "Damn bastard, I must kill you." It was so huge that half of its body was immersed in the mud. Strangely, the ice, snow, and mud did not hinder him in any way. Everything that comes into contact with his body will ripple like water. Canute stared at Zhang Yi and others in the cage. He couldn't wait to launch an attack immediately and kill Zhang Yi and others. But when he thought of Zhang Yi's abilities, he did not attack rashly. Zhang Yi's different space can absorb almost all attacks and then bounce them back. Anger cannot bring him victory, but will make him make more mistakes. And Zhang Yi is also thinking about how to break this prison. "I just killed so many pirates, but the cage is still there. In other words, the caster was not killed at all." Zhang Yi looked at Canute's huge body. That mutant must be protected by him. Although he cannot escape from the prison for the time being, Zhang Yi is still relatively confident in his heart. There is nothing the other party can do against them. But at this moment, a message from Gao Changkong appeared on the tactical eyepiece. "Chaos! It's not good! The situation has changed. You must not rush to surround and suppress the pirates." This is probably a huge trap. Zhang Yi's pupils shrank sharply, and a chill ran down his back. "What do you mean?" This side of Linhai City, Gao Changkong and the members of the Samsara team stood in the ruins. In front of them, there were more than a dozen corpses lying on the ground, and some of them are dressed exactly the same as the Eclipse troops. What appeared here in Linhai City is not the real Eclipse army at all. We were all fooled by them. Gao Changkong's voice kept coming to Zhang Yi's ears. Think about it carefully. If they don't appear in Linhai City, where else can they appear? Who are they most afraid of? And the person they want to kill the most? Zhang Yi's eyes widened, and the ominous feeling enveloped him. My scalp even feels a little numb. The person Eclipse wants to kill the most is naturally the one who can crack Takeuchi. Mayumi's prophecy ability. Canute opened the shark's huge mouth and shouted, "Ronin! Why don't you show up yet?" Zhang Yi raised his head and looked into the distance. On a low mountain, the faces of several old acquaintances were revealed. Phoenix Inner Ren and his Eclipse mutants are all here. The eclipsed stranger did not go to Linhai City, but appeared in Tianhai City, right in front of Zhang Yi and the others. "It's time for you to die, Zhang Yi." Such a scene directly shocked the entire top management of Blizzard City. Inside the combat command center, Zhu Zheng and others, who were still there and thought the situation was under control, were a little panicked. How so? Zhu Zheng stood up directly from the chair, his sharp eyes scanning everyone present. "Our action plan is kept strictly confidential, and we have not disclosed any plans to divide our forces to the outside world. But why do they know that Zhang Yi's Tengu team is in Tianhai City? This mission is top secret. Except for the 3 teams, the only people who know the information are the personnel in the command center. Now it is almost certain that an insider must have revealed the information." Lan Xincheng looked at an area which was the intelligence team responsible for communicating with the Tengu team. Lan Xincheng walked over there with a cold face. He came to the person in charge, Lin Kaidi. "What is going on? Why was the information leaked?" Lin Kaidi is a woman in her 30s. She wears her hair in a meticulous bun and looks dignified and elegant. Even when Lan Xincheng asked, she had a calm smile on her face. But she smiled and turned pale. A stream of blood flowed from the corner of her mouth, and she fell to the ground instantly. There was a burst of exclamation all around. Lan Xincheng carefully opened her mouth and said helplessly to Zhu Zheng, "She had a cyanide capsule in her mouth a long time ago, and now she has committed suicide. Out of fear of crime." The situation is already obvious. There are indeed insiders leaking information to Eclipse Moon, but Zhu Zheng didn't understand why someone would be a traitor even if he died. What is all this for? But at the moment, Zhu Zheng has no intention of tracking down those things because Zhang Yi is facing a huge crisis at this time. Eclipse and the Tianlong pirates teamed up to set up a huge trap just to hunt them down. Can the Samsara team come over to provide support? Lan Xincheng replied, "They are in Linhai City. It will take half an hour at the fastest to get there." The fighting on Tu Yunli's side has already begun, and they are unable to support them. Zhu Zheng gritted his teeth and said to Zhang Yi, "Zhang Yi, try to delay as much as possible. I will send the Samsara team to support you right away." Zhang Yi's eyes were cold. He realizes there is a ghost. After all, he still touched some people's cakes, so much so that they wanted to kill him. But how could it be so easy to kill him? Zhang Yi believed no one, including Zhu Zheng. So he directly cut off the call with headquarters. This sudden action made Zhu Zhengdu stunned, but he didn't have the right to be angry at what they did. Inside Blizzard City, which he thought was impregnable, a spy from Eclipse appeared. This is his responsibility as commander-in-chief. Even if Zhang Yi doubts him, it is reasonable. After Zhang Yi cut off the call, he immediately said to everyone around him, "An undercover agent from Eclipse has appeared in the headquarters. Now, follow my instructions and stop contacting the headquarters. The current situation is very obvious. This is a game, waiting for Zhang Yi and others to get into it. They can't trust anyone now. They can only trust their own strength." Gao Changkong was still saying to Zhang Yi, "We'll rush there right away. Just hold on for a while. Don't let anything happen." Zhang Yi didn't say anything and cut off Gao Changkong's communication. He couldn't tell who was a human and who was a ghost. In short, let's win this battle first. Phoenix Inan Ren stood on the low hill and lit a cigarette for himself. Let us start. Eclipse and the Tianlong pirates join forces. With such a powerful force, it is absolutely possible to eliminate an investigation team. What's more, the Tengu team is also recognized as the weakest investigation team. Captain Zhang Yi's official ability index rating is only 8,200 points. Even the team was improvised. On the battlefield, the attack of Eclipse Moon and the Tianlong pirates had already begun. The first person to take action was Jinguji Seiichiro. He took out 10 charms from his pocket, threw them into the air, and then made seals with his right hand. "I command the gods and all the Tathagata. God-given Dharma bodies are as urgent as laws and regulations." 10 white charms raised a layer of white smoke in the air, and then turned into 10 black hounds. This is a kind of style that Zhang Yi has never seen before. They are as black as ink, giving people an evil and terrifying feeling. The 10-headed demon dog roared and rushed towards Zhang Yi. Although Zhang Yi doesn't know what their abilities are, as long as the dimensional door is opened, all their attacks will be in vain. In the blink of an eye, all 10 black demon dogs were taken into the different space by Zhang Yi. But at this moment, Zhang Yi saw the corners of Jinguji Seiichiro's raised lips. Another dimension. It can absorb all things, but the amount it can carry is limited. You only need to pour energy that exceeds the limit into it to destroy it. He put the middle and index fingers of his right hand together, put them to his mouth, and shouted in a deep voice, "Destroy!" Zhang Yi felt that in his own extra-dimensional space, the 10-headed demon dog seemed to sense something, and a violent explosion suddenly occurred. This is the Shikigami specially made by Jinguji Seiichiro in order to deal with Zhang Yi's extra-dimensional ability, the self-destructing demon dog. Sensing the explosion in the different space, Zhang Yi was also a little moved, because the energy contained in these demon dogs is very terrifying. At the same time, he also understood one thing. All of his information was also told to the Eclipse. People by the Insider, this is a hunt for him. It's like exactly the same as the previous hunt for Deng Shentong. Someone wants Deng Shentong to disappear from the Jiangnan region first. There are also people who want Zhang Yi to disappear from the Jiangnan region. Zhang Yi's eyes were extremely cold, even colder than the ice and snow between heaven and earth, at this time. However, after Jinguji Seiichiro confidently used the self-destructing demon dog, he found that Zhang Yi was not affected in any way. He took a few steps back in surprise. How is it possible? The detonating talisman I used has the equivalent of 2 tons of TNT. Even a captain-level figure would choose to avoid a self-destructing demon dog of this magnitude rather than dare to prove its edge. Could it be that the information is wrong? There was a rare drop of sweat on Jinguji Seiichiro's forehead. This kind of thing was beyond his expectations and something he couldn't control, which made him start to panic in his heart. Zhang Yi's eyes were as cold as the snow in the Arctic ice field that never melts. Being betrayed made him feel extremely angry, but at the same time, his mind was extremely clear, and he did not let his emotions interfere with his judgment. Maybe it's just because he has seen too many distortions of human nature in the last days, so even if he is betrayed, he seems to be somewhat used to it. Fortunately, I hid it deep enough. Zhang Yi felt so emotional. The opponent misjudged his strength and prepared insufficient attacks. And this is my home court. Today, I want to see who is the hunter and who is the prey. Zhang Yi opened a new communication channel and whispered, "Let's do it."